Alright, new week, new video, first workout, first program, or new program. So the decision was either to start, I wasn't going to start the program, it's a 4-week block, and it's set percentages and a set progression. So last week, my back was a bit sore in deep squat. So I've decided, it was feeling better towards the end of the last week, I'm going to be able to start the deadlift portion of the program as is. Just funny because it was deadlift that overloaded my hip, but still deep squat, still a bit of an issue, still a bit of tightness, not really any pain. Warming up so far, I've done a bit of warm up, done some hatfields, I've done a bit of barbell squat, haven't done my first set with weight yet. So I'm just going to take 5% off the first session with squat, and I'll see how that goes, and then from there I'll maybe repeat next week. Or should I repeat the next session? So it's 2 squat sessions, 2 deadlift sessions, 2 bench sessions. For the first squat session, I'm going to take 5% off the working sets and see how that goes, and then from there potentially do that again this week, and then start the program as writ next week. So yeah, just get on with it, man.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, so squat this morning, starting the new program. So the decision that was made, as I talked about in the video, was a 5% down from last week. I think it's probably the right call. I think 10% would have been a bit too much of an aggressive cut. It would have involved another week of training. So this way I should get into the actual loading part of the program a bit sooner. The 180s, so it went up to 180 as top weight. 152 for 2 sets of 6, 165 for 2 sets of 5, and 180 for 2 sets of 4. Pretty good all around. I can get the depth. I wouldn't say it was 100% yet. I think 150 felt okay. Felt more or less normal. Most of the warm-ups, I mean, the bar didn't feel great in terms of getting down to depth, but it warmed up okay. 70 felt alright, 120 felt alright. The 152s were okay. Depth and technique looked good. Bar speed's pretty good. 165 felt fine. 180, I would say, was a little bit hesitant getting into depth, and it maybe felt a little bit laboured on the way up. I wouldn't say I feel like I can be explosive out of the bottom or like really attack the barbell out of the bottom the way I generally like to do. This is maybe a way of squatting I will just take through the block and see how it goes. For me now, it's a bit of a mindset adjustment. So at the start of the year and at the last block, I was kind of thinking, right, this year I really need to kind of kick on in terms of performance. And that still is the intention. But what I was thinking, or what I've been thinking kind of the last few days, is I've been putting the cart before the horse. I've been thinking of the end goal of what I'm trying to achieve, and not actually trying to refine what I'm actually doing and how I'm going to get there. And I've managed to put together some reasonable lifts last year. Although I wouldn't say I was that engaged last year. I'm definitely way more engaged this year. I feel like the fire is back a bit more. So the want's there, the stability is there. I've pretty much, my only New Year's resolution this year was to get up early, and it's pretty much habit now that I'm getting up 6 days a week to train early. I've got at least an hour and a half to work with. I can get up a bit earlier and do more, which I'm going to require when I start getting stronger. Sessions are going to take longer, but I haven't really found. So I've started using spreadsheets again. Beforehand, I would write out the training program, and I would kind of just do it intuitively. As in, I would know what I've done last week. I know what week I'm in the program. I know what I'm trying to achieve week on week. And I'm kind of taking some of that intuition away and just using percentages to give myself some lines to work within. So just going back to a pretty standard program that I've ran quite a lot since 2015. Just a 4-week volume cycle. It undulates week 1, 3, are the lower intensity, higher volume weeks, and weeks 2 and 4 are the higher intensity weeks. So week what will be week 3 of this program, because I'm just gonna do week 1 5% down. I'm gonna do that for deadlift as well. Bench, I've got the last workout of the last block for bench tomorrow, and then after that I'm just gonna jump on the program for bench as well. Um, Shoulder's been a bit sore over the weekend. I didn't get any pain. I was using the kind of the gimp grip. Um, was it the hook grip? Not hook grip, the claw grip. Because I find it's quite good in terms of not loading the shoulder. Um, but it felt okay, so I just did normal grip. Especially since I was going a wee bit heavier, felt like the right thing to do. Depth was good. One thing I'm pretty happy with this workout. But yeah, so I'm giving myself this comp coming up now, the April Open. I still want the total more than I did at the Highland Open, so a 760 plus. But I'm not setting the total. I'm not. The goal is not now to total day 12. That is still the goal that I want to achieve out with no wrist, with no sleeves and no belts. I could put that together. But if it takes me the rest of this year even to get the training mix right, to find out, I think frequency I'm pretty much settled on. I think a higher frequency, or sorry, higher volume approach, more sets is probably more suited towards the way I want to train. A lower RPE in general, because I find kind of the higher RPE stuff just burns me out. So I'm just gonna try and work out where that sits and how to progress it. So if that takes the rest of the year to do, then it's going to be time well invested. But yeah, so just a slight change in mindset going into this next meet. I'm not putting any pressure on numbers. I'm just going to show up and compete. If it means that I do worse than last competition, then whatever. I don't care. I just want training to be going well. I want to feel good. I want to feel like I'm making progress rather than hitting the same fucking glass ceiling time and time again. So that is the kind of the change in tact. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back with you tomorrow for bench and deadlift. Goodbye.